right, Steven, your turn.
Malibu Rising. I didn't slack on this one. Surprise. Malibu Rising covers the story of a girl named Nina. And the book starts off with saying outright that something tragic is going to happen. And that's not a spoiler. I think it says it on the back of the book jacket. Something tragic is going to happen. So it follows the story of Nina, and she's a professional model, surfboard person, and then everyone she knows is in high class Hollywood celebrity type society. It's all about her planning a party. And the book takes place only over the course of a few hours. And you see the party kind of take shape, and you see people get invited, and you see the relationship she has with her siblings, with her father, her deadbeat father, and all these kind of weird relationships. They converge on each other as the night goes on. Everyone gets drunker, people show up who you wouldn't expect to show up, and then it all just kind of supposedly explodes at the end. And that's honestly about it when it comes to plot. It's her relationship with the people around her, and it's her relationship with their family, her relationship with her parents, covered over the course of a night. And I rated it a B. I enjoyed the setting. I enjoyed it takes place in Malibu, so I like the characters and all the relationships as the story goes on. I think a common complaint that we're going to have is that there wasn't really a plot, I would say. And it's hard for me to even, like, when I was giving that synopsis, it was hard for me to say like what exactly happens, because nothing really happens. But it's a little thin, it's a little bare bones, nothing really happens towards the end. It's a little anticlimactic, so I give it a B.
Fair. Liz, what did you rate it?
I also rated it a B. I thought the same complaints as Steve, right? Like the plot was weird. Like I don't even really understand. Like it was hard to understand the point of it. There were also a ton of side characters that didn't really matter, who would like jump in and jump out, and that confused me. And there were a couple characters I like really hated. So I don't even know who I liked in that book. Kit was good. Maybe Kit.
I did like
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Also, Nina's like model friend who's like kind of bitchy. I liked her. But like
Yeah.
everyone else, like sucked. Mick and Brandon, like high for the worst character, worst person, fake person.
Andrea, what did you rate it?
I rated it a B minus. It was kind of depressing, like really, like you kind of figure out like how all their lives are all depressing, like all these things that that are happening to them, and like their childhood, and everything's just kind of got this like undertone of depressing. My least favorite character was the mom. She was so dumb, like so dumb. Like I was just like, oh my God, are you serious? Like, yeah, she was the worst for me. And again, like Steve said, nothing really happened. Like you kind of know what's gonna happen because it's like on the back of it. And then you're like, okay, so that's it. And I mean, I did like that it was like something that we don't usually read. Like we don't read a lot of like surfer, rich people, party books, really.
No one had magic.
So I did like that. Yeah.
No magic and no World War II. It was weird.
Yeah.
We didn't know what to do with this. Yeah.
Madeline.
I like the first half of the book I enjoyed. I was like, oh, this is gonna be a good story. Like it's a quick, easy read. It's like I liked learning about their backstories, like Mick and the mom, how they like started dating, and then how you could kind of see their children making some of the same mistakes, or like where they got those quirks from. Like that was interesting. But then yeah, the second half of the book just fell so flat. There's nothing crazy happened. Like I guess it's a spoiler, but like no one died. No, like her house got trashed, yeah, but you would expect that from having a party that they describe.
Not enough dead bodies for Steve.
Exactly. There's no spice really. It was just, I don't know. I didn't really get a ton from the book. So I rated it a B minus because it was easy read and it was quick,
Yeah.
but there just wasn't a ton of point to it, in my opinion.
What I thought was
Side.
interesting is like what Liz said, characters just jump in and out of this book randomly. Like you'll start a new chapter and it'll be like Jim showed up at the party and Jim did a line of coke and then Jim punched somebody and then he left. And then you'd read that chapter and it'd have no bearing on Nina, on the main characters at all. And it's like, why am I reading about Jim? Like, what does he have to do with it?
Who cares about Jim?
How about Wendy? Wendy is a side character that I actually remembered. She's got the craziest story. Just randomly having a threesome in the pool for funsies.
Like in front of people?
Yeah.
In front of people.
Because
Like,
her
that
life's
was
almost over.
Steve, would you ever physically harm a cop for a girl you just met?
No, never. I don't hurt people with my, I don't physically hurt people, maybe emotionally. Not physically.
Steve uses his words.
That part of the story where the cop was like giving the two girls a hard time and the guy jumped in and like pushed him, whatever. That was so cheesy and unrealistic. That was like a chick flick from the 1980s.
Yeah. That's what this book is a chick flick. It's something if you want to go sit by the pool with a quick page turner and read about some drama and some craziness and not have to think about it too hard, then this is the book for you.
That's a really good description of it. It's like chicklet. Isn't that what's called?
It reminds me of those, no, that word you always, you say chicklet, but what were those little like chick chewing gum? Like, do you guys remember when you put the quarter in the machine at like Ace Hardware and you like
Chiclets?
Chiclets. Yes, thank you. That's the gum from Ace Hardware.
I thought those were the little chocolate balls that came in the sleeve.
I think
no, those are
the gum that looks like fake teeth. Like
this author does have another really well-known book, that Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. Have you guys read that one?
No, but it's super popular. And her other book is a TV show, that Daisy Jones and the Six something or other. I keep seeing ads for it on Halo.
It doesn't look like a show I'd like.
I didn't even remember what it was about. I just keep seeing it. And then I noticed that the author was the same as this book we were reading. But everyone raves about that Seven Husbands book.
I started listening to it on the drive from Arizona to Iowa. But the voices in it were so creepy, like for the characters. And Ross was in the car, so it was just not going well. We had to stop it. But like the girl randomly has like a half British, half English accent, like American accent. They could have done better. But. Yeah, cool. Any other thoughts? It was okay.
It's if you want like a casual read, and go for it.
Some drama.
Yeah, it just doesn't go anywhere. It's just you finish it and you're like, why did I read this? But a lot of TV shows are like that, you know. I just finished watching The Bachelor and The Bachelorette. It's like, why did I waste this time of my life? There's no point. But at the time, it's kind of entertaining. So
yeah,
passes the time.